this character has like a stupid amount of ledge mix-ups. I dare say probably the most ledge mix-ups of any character in this fucking game. This is one I liked. I call this the J-ribs. Just magnet off platform. Double jump air dodge, neutral air dodge back on the stage. Very good.
I've never thought about that.
Look at how fucking far you can get back if you obviously be careful you're not doing your double jump above the ledge. But look at how far I got back. I'm all the way over here, bro.
I've never done that once in my life. And what?
It's a good mix-up. We got the GOAT Wi-Fi NES player turned offline legend, GRYMLYNN. Today we're going to be teaching them how to play NES. GRYMLYNN, from what I've heard, is really good. I have honestly never watched their gameplay before. But I know they're nice with it online. And I know that they are really fucking good when it comes to like conversations of like who's really good at NES lately. So I've been dying to do another coaching video. I'm so excited. I get to coach a NES player. This is actually the first NES player I've coached. Despite maining the character for like forever. Grim is your crewmate? Ooh. Sure they're not an imposter?
Yo, what's happening?
Yo, it's good. How you doing?
So I'm gonna probably be a little quieter because I got company over and they're loud, but I will be I will say what I gotta say and then just mute for a while, especially during games. Jesus Christ, hold on 1 second.
I'm all Patlu, like one of Ness's like probably either bottom 5 or bottom 10 matchups. I think it's
say bottom 3.
It's probably I think it's the most doable top tier to fight. You know that's player Fang. Who is Fang? Oh, that's a fair answer though. If you go back to 2022, I did nothing. This is all Palu damage. So this is going to be a big thing that you will have to. This is a Wi-Fi habit for sure, no doubt. No doubt, this is 100% a Wi-Fi habit right here. If you are in a Palutena combo, your first priority is how am I going to get out of this combo? And spoiler alert, the answer is never. I mean never, nair at a hit stun. I know you're doing it just to refresh and see where you're at. Wanpi's a genius, and he is absolutely going to go for something on you every time because Palu can afford that luxury. Now you have to get down, you get bared for your trouble, and now you're, instead of being above Palu, you're off stage against Palu, which is fucking frustrating. So let me bring out the notepad. That'd be a good idea. So number one thing, and I don't know how often you do this during the set, but if you are above Palu, don't mash out of hit stun. It's just because most of Palu's kit she is so fucking good at sharking Ness because Ness is unfortunately really floaty. So she is going to be so good at sharking you every single time. There is no, unless he fucking has like a heart attack, goes into cardiac arrest with his controller in his hand, there is no shot you're going to be able to get a nair out of hit stun unless he overextends horizontally. Palu's only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting, and that's she wants to fucking hit you for overextending or trying to mash out a hit stun. You got caught for it here, and now you get put off stage, and against fucking Palutena, this could be a dungeon. A lot of getting back to stage against Palu is kind of learning to nickel and dime your way back, if that makes any sense. Like, inch your way back and react to what she's doing before you do some sort of knee-jerk thing. You did a good job of that. So yeah, great yo-yo. That was good to establish the first one. Wanpi has, I believe, no double jump left. I believe Wanpi is now here forced to do uppy again. So every Palutena player on God is gonna do this high uppy every single time. And you're either gonna want to hold yo-yo at the ledge to where you can get that again, or you can do run off nair. Run off nair, very, very good when Palu has no jump. Palu has I'm sure you're familiar with the little window where in most teleport recoveries, you can deploy, if you deploy an aerial or a hitbox over the ledge, there's a time before the teleport will snap to the ledge. So if you hit that nair, that's good right there. Send, I swear to God, will utilize yo-yo the least out of any Ness player I've ever seen at the top level. The way the meta is advancing right now is that players are getting a lot better at dealing with Ness's quote-unquote lazy options, like holding yo-yo over ledge or relying on PK Fire to get a grab or something like that. A lot of players are getting a lot better at dealing with his advantage when they're at disadvantage, and situations like this are going to unfold where, you know, Wanpi will get back to stage. Wanpi holds onto ledge for too long, gets back to stage, and yeah, see, the yo-yo is your undoing here, basically. Like that
Oh,
gets
yeah.
caught by yo-yo. You don't hold it for long enough.
You can see it.
Get fire, teleport. Yeah, double yo-yo right here. That teleport is safe because it's pretty much super close to the ledge. Then you get fared for your troubles right there. So like this whole situation could have been avoided if you just ran off and didn't. Like you can run off and do rising double jump nair back to stage. That way you're not in any trouble. There is also no harm in you doing this because if Palutena teleports, she just fucking goes back to stage if she wants to overshoot it, and she has a little bit of end lag before she can act out of it. Or worst case scenario, you do get the, or best case scenario, you get the hit. Palu has no jump and is forced to do teleport recovery again, and either you're back on stage by this point where you can maybe prep a yo-yo or do another run off nair or something like that. Unless she teleports directly horizontal to the ledge, she is not gonna have invincibility when she does that teleport, unless she's like above the ledge snapping to it, but if she's coming from below, you can definitely hit her with like yo-yo, you can hit her with run off nair, even down tilt if she overshoots it or something like that. This is your shit in this matchup. Finding the way to just abuse Palutena's disadvantage is your key to exiting this matchup, because neutral is like okay, so I feel like Palutena has like a slight advantage, and when you're in disadvantage it's hell, but when you're in advantage it feels so fucking good because she's tall, she's easy to hit when she's in disadvantage, and if she's off stage, that's your game. I guess learn your edge guarding flowchart. Sometimes it is simple on teleports or recognize when her recovery resources are depleted. It sounds like, nitpicking, but you're at I feel like the level of player where nitpicking needs to happen if you're going to start consistently upsetting these top players. Okay, so you get hit here. Good magnet at a disadvantage. I think this is a perfect place to do that magnet at a disadvantage. A lot of Palu players will wait for you, especially if they're grounded, to do dash attack or back air on you. So just use your magnet more as a movement mix-up as opposed to a way to open up like a back air.
Okay.
Do we get caught mashing at a disadvantage again?
Oh, you're gonna see what you're saying a little more than you'd hope. Trust me.
Oh,
Very
Another
nervous.
Another nair! No!
I know. I just read your note. I just read the note.
It is good in literally every matchup. Asterisk, except if they have a sword, except they have giant shield, except if they have a disjoint that can beat that nair. It is good in every other matchup. I'll completely agree with you. I am mashing nair at hitstun all day. Against Palutena, you gotta like erase that habit. You have to have to pretend that you're playing a normal character and not Ness. A character with normal like disadvantage and not Ness. A character that doesn't have a frame 5 option out of hitstun. You have to pretend you're the best player on earth, and you gotta tighten it up. Big back air, you're off stage again. Do you have a dump? Yeah, down tilt, back air.
Because of that, really likes to dabble.
And then you absorb
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah. So there you go. Magnet doing you in a little bit right there. Your main priority, get back to stage. You get...
Because of that,
I would have, right here, probably just held forward and like neutral air dodge and like drifted forward through that. I don't think you had a jump left, but I think Thunder would have made it back. Because you decided to magnet that, you get no like health back, and you get sniped, bro. Careful using magnet off stage, because if you catch a projectile, it stops you. Stops your momentum. And then you're just a sitting duck for whatever else. Like, Wanpi didn't even have to go off stage for that edge guard. But because you mash nair out of hitstun, because you decided to do magnet on the move right there, it's tough though. Who's to say that you wouldn't have gotten down tilted for doing up B? It's just about prolonging your life as much as possible, because you're gonna be spending most of your time off stage in this matchup.
Oh, I was having so much fun. I was nervous, but like I was enjoying myself a lot, and you'll see why.
It's always fun. There you go. That was perfect. That was so good. You did exactly what I told you to do. You already know it. That option, it encompasses so much. Okay, if he overshoots, you just catch the recovery back. Okay, if he undershoots, whatever. If he tries to clip to the ledge, you might get that 2-frame. No jump laughs, had to air dodge. Do we go for yo-yo? And yeah, a lot of Palus also do that. Very fucking annoying option select that I hate is that a lot of Palu players will purposely do their up B not directly to the ledge so they can get the aerial drift forward slightly. So Nest players will early pull the trigger on their yo-yo, and they'll pull it back and then Palu to get back. If you are going to yo-yo, commit to it if you think it's the right choice. And what I mean by that is if you think your yo-yo could potentially get the edge guard, just commit to it. Hold that shit. Let that shit rip. Even though the re-hit rate goes down as it lasts longer, if you catch her on her upswing, like if she's drifting into it, she may overshoot over it, fall into it, and then you just let that shit rip and she just goes flying. So commit to it if you think it's the right choice. The worst that happens to you is that you get fared off ledge. Because that's or nared off ledge. Those are like the fastest options Palu can go for to reversal yo-yo or get up attack, obviously. But there's not really going to be a situation unless you're really doing like a really stupid yo-yo and then she does like a teleport cancel off platform and then back airs you and then you just feel dumb. But that will rarely ever happen, and I don't think you're the type of player to like just autopilot yo-yo and not recognize that situation. Like your yo-yos have methodical purpose. Like you are doing it very clearly to edge guard. You're not committing to it though.
Figured out. GRYMLYNN is a Wi-Fi warrior. Really?
Yeah, they're already slandering you on comms. They go, GRYMLYNN is a Wi-Fi warrior.
Yeah, someone said it in chat. Those assholes.
No slander. You're putting the warrior though in it, I will say. So yo-yo here, I get that you're just trying to catch the jump. I think Nair beats it every time, unfortunately. Alright, take a trade. I like this though. Trading with Palu is always good and excellent. That was a good case in which to do yo-yo there. I think up smash yo-yo is just goated. Honestly, way better than down smash yo-yo. That's just my hot take.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Do you pivot cancel down smash at all?
I can, but I don't.
It's really fucking good. If you are in a situation where you're not sure, or if you get like a PK fire on the ledge or something, pivot cancel down smash is so good. I wish I could demonstrate it if I had another body. But pivot cancel down smash is very good when you have a situation where you don't know if they're gonna go to the ledge or if you need to get there really fucking quickly, but you're not in the right range and you don't want to do up smash because it won't kill. Pivot cancel down smash. And I'll put reason when times to use it. When you need to get to ledge fast for a punish. I like doing it when you get sweet spot, PK fire, and you can't dare. If you know what I mean, like you get like a good horizontal one, but you're not within good distance to like follow up with a like a double jump cancel fire for like the dare. It's good for those tools, really. That's like very situational. I wouldn't say to use it on stage very often. I'm sure it could be like a crazy crackhead cokehead mix up, but okay, let's see what happened here. I like this ledge timing mix up. Palutena players will always try to get their down tilt that lasts like 18 million frames timed right. I like the fact that you're taking your time to get back to ledge. It's very, very important. Don't ever feel like you're rushed to get back to stage against this character, because you're going to be spending most of your time off stage against her.
Just unfortunately right up.
The roll out of the corner, a little bit of a nervous habit right there. I am never an advocate for rolling out of the corner. If you get away with it, it's because you're lucky and the opponent is worried about what you're going to do. You get back to ledge. You neutral get up immediately. Milk your ledge invincibility. Take your time getting back onto stage. Ness has 8 million, trillion, bajillion, bazillion ledge mix-ups. On Palu, some of them are quite risky. Neutral get up is one to definitely use when you've kind of just as like a mix-up, or if you think you can time it correctly here. It wasn't wrong, I think, to do it right there because you get past her. You just did it right away, though. Like, you didn't wait. Like, Hwanpi is right in front of the ledge, not at roll distance, I don't believe. I'm sure. Nessa's roll, unfortunately, is really fucking slow. And Palu's pivot grab is still godlike. So, roll may not be the best option to go for. This character has, like, a stupid amount of ledge mix-ups. I dare say, probably the most ledge mix-ups of any character in this fuck. This is one I liked. I call this the J-Ribs. Just magnet off platform. Double jump air dodge, neutral air dodge back on the stage. Very good.
I've never thought about that.
Look at how fucking far you can get back if you... Obviously, be careful you're not doing your double jump above the ledge. But look at how far I got back. I'm all the way over here, bro.
I've never done that once in my life. And what?
It's a good mix-up. You can also do the other variation I like doing, where you do drop down, directional air dodge. This one's a little dicier because obviously you can get punished for it pretty easily. There's also ledge planking. I didn't do it correctly there because I suck, but if you just drop below, do fucking thunder, move it around to where you can hit her. You might get hit for this from a down tilt, but if you space it like correctly, out of range, maybe do like a slightly away from the ledge or something like that. There's also the classic PK flash before ledge. If she's trying to space that down tilt correctly to catch her, like you can bait her maybe out, like, and this is all conceptual. There's also roll. There's also get up attack if you think she's gonna down tilt, but that's like get up attacking on reactions a little scary because Nessus is kind of slow. He has to like get his fat head over the ledge. React to what your opponent is doing on stage, and by this I mean distance from ledge, what moves they're using. So if 1P is just fucking spamming down tilt at the ledge, you know, try to see if you can catch him doing that. See if you can get up attack that. See if you can roll past it. See if you can, you know, Ness has ledge mix, and see if you can plank it out. If you make it as frustrating as possible for 1P to ledge trap you, they're gonna be a little more antsy. They're gonna pick like crazier options. So I want you to like look at other Ness players, what they do from ledge against Palutena players, or just like look what other Ness players do from ledge, and just see if you can. Ness is just a big book of tricks.
Like I just done it there, yeah.
Oh, that's so tragic. All right, another lesson, real quick. Double jump is precious. I think if the circumstances were better, because you tried to jump full over to try and get like a movement mix up there, but that's still like Palutena's space. Like that's still her area of effect that she can hit you on. I think if you were on a platform, or if like you were further away from her, completely different story, and I completely agree with your play. Your options are kind of cooked at this point. So that's what I'm like. I think your play with the double jump PK fire could have been good if it was done in different circumstances. But here it gets you killed. It gets you put right back in disadvantage.
And it's way too risky.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Ness risk reward is something you have to constantly be with. He can get away with murder in some matchups. In the tough ones, you have to play him a lot more honestly. This is definitely a matchup where you can't afford to go for as many like risky mix-ups, because in other matchups where it won't get you that hard punish, it won't fly in this one at all.
And I was gonna try to read that, but he DI'd out really well.
Holy shit!
The Grymic, bro.
The Grymic. If 1P runs forward a little bit more here, you're getting hit for this. This right here, we gotta talk about it, unfortunately. PK. Okay, so I like this in any matchup that is not this fucking matchup. Because what you're doing right here is you're putting yourself into Palutena's win condition willingly. I love the fadeaway jumper with Ness, the fucking PK fire off stage. I've been using it so much more lately. It's so fucking good against characters that can't do anything about it. Unfortunately, Palutena is one of those characters that takes advantage of characters on the ledge. So another tidbit I want to put here is
reduce the amount of time, yeah,
on stage as much as possible. Meaning, don't burn your double jump willy-nilly trying to go for these risky ass like double jump PK fires unless they're safe, because then it's not risky anymore. And then don't just give up stage. Like, this is you giving up stage control for no reason. You're back on stage. You have center stage control right here. 1P just has invincibility. That's it. And a lot of faster characters will tend to use their movement to run away from other characters when they have invincibility. Ness kind of fucking sucks when characters have invincibility. He's slow. Look at the percent you're at though. You're at 25%. And this is just me theory crafting because I still haven't figured out the answer to this myself 100%. In this matchup, I know for sure in my heart of hearts that you should never ever give up stage control. It's just so fucking bad. She gets so much off of you not being on stage. You could have even shielded and maybe gotten like down thrown or back aired or something like that, or you can run away and roll at the last second, or do some magnet movement mix up or whatever, or like try to go to a platform or something. It is very tough because you're almost going to be putting yourself in disadvantage in a lot of these scenarios. Try to keep center stage control and see what 1P does. Try to like react to what they do. The worst case scenario is you get like shield grabbed or something like that. There's really nothing Palu can do to break your shield unless she like fully charges a smash attack and you have like a skittle left. Like, a lot of the time you will have to respect her with your shield, but like, at least you're not off stage. And now, because of this, you do a very
Right.
greedy double jump back on the stage. Try to do the up air. You get grabbed, I think, for jumping after. I'm gonna assume that's why. You do an aggressive fair because you think Hwanpi's gonna go out there. This, I just don't advocate for. I think you may have thought that Hwanpi was gonna go for a down tilt here, which is why you did this. I think you can still trade.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't advocate for it just because I think you can trade with down tilt and you're still hit stun and you're still off stage. You catch a fat dare with no invincibility, you overshoot the ledge and you just fucking
Yeah,
dead.
well,
And
here's
at
the thing.
52,
You
which is
gotta
like never a
remember,
percent you should be
as-
dying. Honestly, you should never be dying to Palutena like sub like Palutena should be working for every goddamn stock she takes. Use your planking. Take your time. Like I say this with love.
Game once again.
Take your time when you're around the ledge because here you did not have to do that.
Yeah, you're
You did not have to just
Right.
rush your way back to stage. Ness is like Ness has stalling techniques and stuff like that. You could have gone for like
Game once again, but
like instead of burning double jump here, you could have maybe gone for like a PK flash or like just used PK thunder immediately or air dodged up to ledge or magneted and then see what button Hwanpi presses and then go after that. This is something you should never be doing. I feel like in a lot of
Here's the
matchups,
thing.
honestly.
You gotta think a little
Let's go to
bit
this game
more.
too. So we go to Kalos. How do I feel about Kalos? I definitely agree with not going to like battlefields. I think this is fine. I think this is fine.
You're playing against Palutena.
It's big,
I mean, this is a
but it's flat.
notoriously
and I think
amazing matchup
flats
for
like
Palutena.
flat-ish stages are Palu's worst. I don't think Palu has any bad stages, but I'd say her flat ones are her worst, and they're some of Ness's best. So this is a whatever. Double jump, you use PK flash to catch the down tilt. Perfect right there.
Really?
Air dodge up, perfect too. 1P1 runs forward. This is a good ledge mix-up. I think only when Palu is like down tilting. There's almost no other situation where I think you hit Palu because Palu's almost always going to be standing a little bit away from the ledge unless they know they can get it down tilt. Which Hwanpi does. Hwanpi takes the perfect spacing. You now have no jump. You got back air for it. So this is just another example of taking a risk when you didn't. You got the damage off that forced Hwanpi off you. Now you kind of had a little bit of room to play with how you wanted to get back on stage since now you had the ledge control. But you blew it immediately to just go for like to fight your way off the ledge when you didn't have to. You already had the ledge. So it's just this matchup is all about like minimizing your risk to yourself.
Maintain it. Playing with back air.
Oh, we try to get greedy and go for it again. So here,
Yeah.
the first time you did it was good.
Play around with that.
You have stage control. You have center stage control now against Paladin. And now, even better, you have 1P in the corner.
Challenging your win
Best to go for this.
control.
You put yourself back in the air, luckily avoiding that back air. Yeah, another big important thing to note is when you do have the stage control in this matchup, you had 1P in a corner and you blew it immediately by like over-aggressing. Like there's a and this is like more of an abstract concept to apply. So I don't expect you to even like do it immediately because even I have not gotten anywhere close to mastering it. I actually learned about this more in depth during my coaching session that I just did with Loaf, a very good Wario player from the Midwest. But what we're describing right now is tempo. And Tweak describes it basically as the rhythm of which you're doing your moves in. Basically, it's like how often you're pressing a button, how often you're not pressing a button.
What that is.
Right here, this is definitely not the range you should be going for like a jump fair. This is unsafe as fuck. This is like,
Yeah.
if you're going for that, you want to be right in Palu's face, so it's kind of safe. Right here, you shouldn't have pressed shit, honestly. Or you can do the PK Chris thing where he is mashing his face on his controller, but he's all in place while he's doing it. All the aerials he's doing are safe. It's like for you, it's like stop, go, 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 stop, go, go, go. You are trying to, and I understand the desperation here because you are trying to desperately wrestle for this stage control because you have been playing Ledge Trap Simulator for the entire set so far. Or being in Disadvantage Simulator for the entire set so far. So I understand why you're very antsy to get this opening, but don't be afraid to take your time. I'll write that down too. Take your time if
Definitely
there
agree with that.
isn't an option immediately available to you. Like if you are like, okay, what can I do here? Don't just brute force the next option. Like Ness can do a lot of really good brute forcing, but it's only when the opponent is right on top of you. If you're at this mid-range and you PK Fire isn't safe, and you don't have any platforms to do any mix-ups off of, and Magnet may be questionable, just wait. Don't do anything. Don't press shit. Wait for the Palutena player to freak out and do like a dash attack. Because there are so many openings I've gotten on dumb Palu players for doing dash attack or a shitty ass nair where I do like a dash back pivot grab or something like that. Like Palu is just as scared of you at mid range as you are, as you are of her. She can equally get blown up for doing something dumb as you can. So like brute forcing your way through here.
Neutral.
Luckily you don't get hit for it here, and this is all a bunch of spaghetti.
Maintain it. Playing with back air.
But now you got no double jump. You try going for the Grimmick, but already Juan P has found the answer to it, which is just double jump and hit the first one. Don't fuck with the second one, just hit the first one. So at this point, you should be like, all right, the Grimmick, I got my clip. We move, we ball. Proceed. Proceed and get the double.
Yeah, right.
If they're at ledge level, PK Fire or Rising Nair. Or nothing. And it's crazy, right? Nothing. Don't do anything, right? That's crazy. PK Fire can catch Palu if she's teleporting way too close to the ledge and she's still in her startup a bit. Rising Nair can be good to clip her if she doesn't get that shit perfectly, if she overshoots the ledge, which some Palus can do if they're doing it too close to the ledge. Or nothing. If you do literally nothing while she's at ledge level, there's no punishment to you for it. She gets ledge, okay, but she has to get off the ledge now. And now you can just ledge trap her or something like that. Which, granted, Nessa's ledge trapping is kind of difficult because his limbs are a little stubby, but you have stage control, and she's on the ledge. You're technically winning in that aspect. If they're below ledge... Now this is a little trickier, because some Palu players, like the tech you saw earlier where Juan P overshot the ledge and then faded in with the aerial drift after the initial teleport was done. You remember that?
Yeah.
Some Palu players will overshoot that even higher and then fade in front of you. If you do down smash, you still get a hit with it at least, but they're going to be flying onto stage as opposed to off stage. So I'd say as a good rule of thumb, if they're below ledge, there's like a two-folded thing here. If you have time. If you have time, and what I mean by if you have time is you can set up for rising double jump nair. It will, if Palutena doesn't, if you time it correctly, Palutena gets stage spiked. Or she gets hit outward, depending on how deep you are with the nair. It'll always be consistent. It's a pretty active hitbox, and you will learn how to time it as you play more Palus, whether online or offline. And likewise, if you don't have time, meaning there's no shot you're going to be able to jump off stage and doing rising double jump nair, you only have time for yo-yo. You don't. Charge yo-yo. Don't try to... There's, I call it the Fox abuser. If Fox... You know how, like, I'm sure you're a Ness player, you love fighting Fox, right? Who doesn't love fighting a Fox with Ness? You ever try to charge yo-yo at the ledge against Fox up B?
Yes.
What happens?
I feel like it hits him though, right?
He falls out of down smash pretty much every time. If you don't get the right hits, he'll fall out of it almost every time. If you do your yo-yo specifically just to get the drag back hitbox of it, meaning like the hitbox where he flings it out and brings it back in, if you time it for that, Palu won't fall out of it, she'll just get hit. Fox won't. This is how I beat ZD when I beat him. You just let it go as you think Fox is about to touch ledge, or as you think Palu is about to touch.
Right, like a normal two frame, basically.
Right. Against Palu, it's a little weirder. If she's super deep below the ledge and you don't think she's gonna overshoot it, you would go for that. If you think she is like just gonna do a regular upwards up B and she's not super deep, you just charge that bitch, because it'll cover the option select of Palu players doing the fade in afterwards after getting out of the teleport. So I'd say just charge yo-yo as a coverall. If you're really feeling it, try to go for the regular 2-frame hitbox. And now if they're above ledge, do nothing and react. So if they're above ledge, a lot of Palu players will either do a diagonal downward teleport back to the ledge, or they will teleport overshoot onto stage. So you just wait. You just do nothing, react, see where they go, and then just figure it out from there. But this is a very, I think this is a very solid flow chart for what to do if Palu is recovering against you. This is like a surefire way to definitely get your edge guard off, because this is, believe it or not, the best position you'll be in the matchup ever. Like, it's not neutral, it's not your on-stage punish game, it's when she's trying to get back to the stage. And you've either clipped her jump or she needs to recover from below the stage. What, you know, these are things you can do to make her life hell.
Yeah. I think this flowchart thing is like what I was talking about when I said I wanted help with the matchup. It's like I didn't know how to effectively look at the situation.
Did Yo-Yo.
I died because of Yo-Yo.
Yep. So no Yo-Yo there. Not at that ledge level. Only if Palu is like very clearly below you. That's usually only if Palu doesn't have a double jump.
I used my double jump to try to like fair him and reversal, but like he tagged it and I'm fucked.
Oh, that's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
That's just a better player thing, I think. You got better players right here.
I took a gamble and he fucking won. That's just how it is.
I mean, you're already in a bad spot. That's the thing. Like, you did literally everything you could right there, which I respect. I don't think there's anything wrong.
He also taunts it. He's gonna taunt in a second and do the dirtiest clip. He clipped me on Twitter, and I'm like, you fucker. You'll see even in the player cam, I fucking look at him like, are you serious?
Oh my god. Oh.
Like, I just look at him.
I think everything that he wanted to do worked right here. This all led to this right here. There. The taunt. You just tried to get the counter hit off because you thought Wanpi was going to continue the combo.
And it would have hit, but then he does this thing.
You get hit again for these up airs above ledge. I'd say as a good rule of thumb, only mash an aerial at hit stun if you know it'll hit. Because with Ness, he gets those all day long. You can turn your opponent's advantage into your advantage if they overextend even the slightest bit. But in this matchup, Palu players have really good self-restraint with not biting off more they can chew. They know when their combos are typically not true anymore. And their whole shtick against Ness is that they take advantage of him for wanting to turn their combo into his combo. So definitely just go to ledge if you have to. Yeah, at this point, your opponent's at 181. As a Nest player, I know this situation all too well, where you're just fucking desperate to get that last hit, and you just need that shit.
So bad.
Dash attack. Yeah, these ranges are just like very bad to be like. Dash attack, I say in this matchup is like, do it when like either catching a landing with it or doing it as like a mix up at certain ranges. This was max range, which is like the optimal distance you want to try doing it at, but against Palo it actually works against you because she can literally just do this. She can short out back here. Again, you tried double jump magneting as an aggressive approach. That's a big no-no in this matchup. I want you to erase that shit. It's good. It's good as a mix-up, and you tried doing it here as a mix-up, but you got hit. Like, Wanpi is already showing you that they are playing second beat. They are waiting for you to swing first, and then swinging back is what Wanpi is doing. Like, every Palu player lives for this shit. For these back airs after this. And again, you get hit for it again because you keep trying to come back in aggressively. You got hit 3 times for that shit. You gotta hold it. How do you get down? Good. That was good. See, you did. Yeah, that was good.
And then I got away from that grab too. And then at this point, I'm playing as patient as I can.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my hits super hard because I know one more anything he's gonna kill me.
This is how
which
you
I should just be doing that in general.
Exactly. This is how you should be playing the whole set, literally. I need you to try and tap into that, like, probably mainly for this matchup or in other bad matchups like Lucina and Shulk and shit. I want you to play like you're playing on your last stock the whole time, because look at how reserved you're playing. You're just waiting for your opportunities. Yeah, you're getting hit still, but you're waiting for your opportunities very, very long. It's showing.
And I'm also not matching at a disadvantage. I'm actually looking for ways to get back on it. Which the rest of the set, I was like, okay, well, I have time to play with my stock. If I get hit, I fucking die.
Look at how hard a time Wanpi is having hitting you here. I mean, that sucks. But literally, if you played like you just played and held that yo-yo there, if you played literally how you just played that last stock, but like the good parts of it for the whole set, this could have been a 2-1. This could have been a 2-1 in your favor. This could have been a 2-0 in your favor. This matchup sucks dick. Don't get me wrong. And the reason it sucks dick is because everything you have been conditioned to do as a Ness player goes right out the fucking window. Because Ness is not allowed to access his biggest strengths. But he still works very well as a basic character. Definitely doesn't tap into his full potential with it, but he still works very, very well as a basic character, relying mostly on his normals or his mix-ups with PK Fire. I think that's about it for me, though, guys. I hope you guys learned something about the Palu matchup and Ness. If you guys enjoyed the video, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you do want a coaching session, metafy.gg/@Fang, I think. Fuck, man. I'll put it on the screen. $10 coaching. If you're a Twitch sub, it's only $7.50. I might make it so Twitch subs get 3 sessions. That's really all I got. I appreciate all of you so fucking much. Make sure to hit thumb, hit finger, and hit red button. And hit bell too to know when video posted. Salute. Who are we rating?